Hey guys, so far Tracer 1 has been my most popular plugin, which is exactly why I decided to create a second version with way more customizations and a bunch of new features, but let's just jump in and take a look at what's new. Alright, so the first big upgrade is that Tracer 2 isn't just available inside Fusion anymore. You can now also use it directly on the edit page. Just search for it in the effects panel, then drag it onto your footage or use an adjustment clip if you want to control the length of the effect more easily. In the inspector, the first new control you will notice is the transparent checkbox. When you enable it, you will only see the lines on a transparent background. This can actually be really useful in some situations. For example, if you want to give the lines that inverted look. To do that, just duplicate your original footage underneath the lines and set the compositing mode of the lines to exclusion. You can even add a glow on top. Just drop a glow effect onto the lines and now you've got glowing lines. So yeah, this one checkbox alone already opens up a lot of creative possibilities. But let's go back to a single clip. Next up is the blob detection section. This works pretty much the same as in Tracer 1, where you track based on minimum and maximum luminance thresholds. If you enable view detection area, you can see exactly which blobs are being tracked. There is one new mode though, target color. With this, you can simply pick a specific color you want to track. And if you're using Tracer 2 inside Fusion, you can even use the stroke tool to sample a color directly from the image. Now let's move on to a completely new section, animation. At first it might not be obvious what this does, since everything is already animated. To really see it, disable the lines, so you're left with the rectangles, crosses and coordinates. When you enable the animation option, you will notice that only one blob is visible at a time and it constantly cycles through them. You can control how fast the switching happens using the consecutive frame slider. This creates a really glitchy look, especially when combined with some of the other new features. Let's reset that and move on to the chord section. As usual, you can change the font and size, but here's something new. The text doesn't have to sit in the center anymore. You can also place it in the top left corner above the blob, which in my opinion looks really nice in a lot of cases. Another new feature is the metadata section. You are no longer limited to coordinates. You can now display things like width and height, index, area, or even the aspect ratio of the blob. You can also adjust the text alignment, although personally I would almost always go with the left alignment. And if you're increasing the decimal places, you can really push that metric style look. Of course, text color is fully customizable as well. Moving on to the line section. Previously, there was only the nearest neighbor connection, controlled by the connection threshold. Now you get 3 additional algorithms. First, there's k-nearest. This lets you define how many connections each blob can have at most, using the k-nearest slider, which can create some really interesting patterns. Next is the low need triangulation. This creates connections that don't cross each other, resulting in a kind of clean mosaic pattern. And finally, there is center star. Here one central blob connects all others, creating a sort of neural network look. And this is actually my personal favorite. On top of that, you can of course also make the lines curved or dashed if you want. Now let's talk about rectangles. Previously, there was just the normal rectangle shape, but now you've got a few more modes. First, there is corner mode, which gives you that camera style framing look, and I really like this one. You can also adjust the corner length with the width slider. Next is invert color. This inverts the footage wherever the rectangles are, and if 2 rectangles overlap, the image flips back to normal. Combined with the animation settings, this can really look glitchy in a good way. And lastly, there is mask mode. It's similar to the transparent option, but instead of removing the footage, it only keeps what's inside the rectangles. This works great if you want to combine 2 clips for mask transition. Finally, the cross section. Here you get 2 additional styles. My personal favorite is the target look, which you can also scale up if you want. And then there's the vector. This one is really interesting. It's an animated arrow that always points in the direction of the luminance gradient. And yeah, that's basically Tracer 2. I hope you like it as much as I do. One last thing, I've been asked if there's a discount for people who already bought Tracer 1, and yes, there is. If you own it and want to get Tracer 2, just send me an email with a screenshot or the original fuse file so I can confirm it, and I will send you a personal 50% discount code. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe for more, check out my editing Discord, and I'll see you in the next video.